Ang programang ito ay hatid sa inyo ng PAGCOR.
Calling all fundraising organizations. Be a partner of PCSO to its newest project, PCSO Partner Tayo. Interested parties may visit the PCSO Product and Standard Development Department, 3rd floor, Conservatory Building, Shaw Boulevard, Mandaluyong City. You may also visit any of our branches in your vicinity or province or email us at pcso_marketing@yahoo.com. Partner tayo sa pagtulong sa Pilipino. Nakakatulong ka na, umaasenso ka pa.
Ang programang ito ay hatid sa inyo ng PCSO.
Magandang araw sa inyo. Ang ating mga panauhin ngayon ay sina Jimmy Policarpio, Presidente ng Rotary Club of Manila. Datu Haron Ali, Presidente ng Rotary Club of Quiapo. At itong pangatlong panauhin ay kilalang-kilala ninyo kasi nakikita nyo siya araw-araw. No less than Lieutenant Colonel Joe Herrera, spokesperson ng 1st Tabac Division at dating spokesperson ng Task Force Ranao. Welcome. Welcome
Yes,
to
sir.
my show.
Magandang hapon, sir.
Magandang araw. Magandang araw. Tatlong bagay ang pag-uusapan natin ngayon. Number one, update on Marawi. Pangalawa, ano ba ang nangyayari sa ating mga kasama doon sa Marawi at Iligan, lalo na yung mga displaced persons natin, mga kapatid natin na Maranao. At pangatlo, tatanungin natin si Presidente Jimmy Policarpio kung ano yung layunin at programa ng Rotary Club of Manila at kabuuan ng Rotary para makatulong doon sa Marawi. Umpisa natin muna, Colonel Herrera. Ano ba ang latest update doon para malaman ng ating audience?
Sa unang-una, sir, magandang hapon sa atin at sa mga nanonood ng DCRH at syempre sa programa ng Thinking Out Loud. Thinking Out Loud. Ayan. Sir, unang-una po ay nagpapasalamat kami sa opportunity na nandito ngayon upang ipahayag sa inyo yung update, no, sa Marawi City kung saan po ay nagpapatuloy ang ating joint operations doon sa main battle area. At ito ay nakatutok doon sa sinasabi nating last phase or the final push wherein nandoon po yung seamless integration ng ating mga pwersa upang tapusin yung laban doon sa main battle area. At ito ay nagpapatuloy hanggang ngayon at tayo ay talagang very precise po yung ating ginagawang operations dahil meron pa rin pong mga naiiwang mga hostages inside the main battle area.
Okay, yung mga units natin doon are basically across all service branches, no?
Opo.
Army, Navy at saka Air Force.
Yes.
But ang main effort natin ang Army.
Yes po.
Especially the Special Operations Command at saka yung Tabac Division.
Yeah, opo.
Kayo silang nangunguna.
So ito po ay pinapangunahan po ni Major General Rolly Bautista, ang tagapamuno po ng Joint Task Force Marawi. At isa sa mga kanyang task force na tumutulong po doon yung si Major General Pamonag na commander po ng Special Operations Command. At syempre ito ay buong responsibility po ni Lieutenant General Galvez, ang Western Mindanao Command.
Kasama na rin dyan yung Navy, Air Force at saka yung Philippine National Police.
Well, nagsama-sama na po dito, no? Kasama rin natin dito ang Police, Philippine National Police, ang Special Action Force, kung saan ay kasama po doon sa mga units na nandun sa main battle area. Kasama rin po dito yung Maritime Police natin, saka yung Coast Guard na tumutulong po doon sa Lake Lanao upang i-seal off yung main battle area at bantayan yung mga adjacent municipalities. Recently po ay may mga undertakings na nangyayari outside the main battle area. Pero ang ating commander, si Major General Bautista, ay talagang dalubhasa doon sa kanyang pagpaplano, estratehiya upang makontain po yung situation sa Marawi City.
Gaano na kaliit yung main battle area ngayon? I understand nag-shrink na at saka iilan na lang natitira. Could you give us an update?
Opo, dati po yung Marawi ay 96 barangay kung saan merong mga sporadic skirmishes na nangyari doon hanggang sa huling sandali ay naipush natin sa isang maliit na area. Portion po ng isang maliit na barangay wherein nandun po yung concentration ngayon ng engagement.
Mga 10 hectares ba yun?
Well, mga ganun po yung conflict area. Pero yung main po ay ating ongoing yung clearing operation, ongoing na rin yung rehabilitation. In fact, nandun po yung mga brigades natin ng engineers na nag-clear na po ng mga highways at nag-umpisa na rin po yung rehabilitation ng mga cultural heritage site like the mosque. Nag-umpisa na po yung paglilinis kung saan ay papunta na po tayo doon sa reconstruction, rehabilitation, and peace building.
Okay, meron akong nababasa sa dyaryo na mukhang nakakatalo yata yung Department of National Defense at saka yung Armed Forces of the Philippines with respect to the timetable kung kailan matatapos na itong problema sa Marawi. That's one. The other is, pag natapos na yung labanan sa Marawi, ano ba ang ina-anticipate ninyo looking forward? Itong problema na ito ay pupunta sa ibang mga lugar o that will be the end of it?
Well, unang-una sir, ang ginagawa natin dito ay talagang makonclude po yung conflict doon sa area. Ang susunod po dito ay yung reconstruction and rehabilitation. Ito po ay yung coordination natin sa mga iba't ibang sektor. From the public sector, private sector, areas dahil ito po ay dapat pagsama-sama ng bawat sector at organizations to establish. Yung Task Force Bangon Marawi, ito po ay pangunguna ng Department of National Defense. Tayo po ay tumutulong doon. Continuous po yung ginagawa nating workshop at dialogo sa mga iba't ibang sector. Nakakapag-input po tayo. Gaya po ng isang napaka-importanting input natin ay yung pagtalaga po ng mga priority areas like the schools, hospitals, the mosques, mga religious site dahil ito po ay mga simbolo ng government doon sa area.
Sa palagay mo, pag natapos na yung labanan sa Marawi, ito ba itong problema natin sa Daesh at saka mga local terror groups na hawak nila or influenced by them, ito ba ay pupunta sa mga ibang lugar? Ano bang anticipation ninyo?
Well, ang anticipation po natin dyan ay talagang magkakaroon po ng labanan ng narratives or ideas. Ibig sabihin po nito ay magpapatuloy yung Daesh, yung ISIS sa kanilang recruitment, radicalization na ginagawa po sa iba't ibang lugar. Pero tayo po, yung Armed Forces of the Philippines at mga iba't ibang sektor ay talagang nag-input po doon sa master plan po ng rehabilitation.
Sa palagay ho ninyo, ang mga local government units ay on board na? Kasi mukhang yung problema sa Marawi, a part of the problem ay yung local government unit, yung history of poor governance, at saka involvement in criminal activity. Yun ang lumalabas sa dyaryo, learning from the lessons of Marawi, kumusta naman ang sitwasyon sa mga iba-ibang lugar sa Lanao Sur at saka Maguindanao with respect to the local government units? Bantay sarado na ba?
Well, napakagandang laboratory po yung Marawi crisis. Kung saan nakikita natin dito na talagang merong political divide doon sa mga areas. Isang reason po yan kung bakit talagang humina po yung sense of security ng mga kababayan natin doon because of this poor governance na na-observe natin. At dito ay kasama po sa mga inputs natin sa rehabilitation, reconstruction na talagang dapat ang Marawi at yung mga adjacent municipalities ay magkaroon ng able leadership para matugunan po yung problema ng socio-economic issues doon sa area at mabigyan ng prioridad yung mga taong kailangan din ng basic services. Kaya po ito, sir, ang ginagawa natin dito ay pagpapalakas ng ating mga local chief executive. In fact, meron po tayong ginagawang community engagement. Tinututukan po natin sa mga, nakatutok po tayo dun sa mga traditional leaders kung saan nagkakaroon tayo ng magandang seamless integration ng efforts in terms of humanitarian, relief operations, ay tuloy-tuloy po yung pag-uusap ng Armed Forces of the Philippines at mga iba't ibang sektor.
Naalala ninyo na kami ni Jackie Rodriguez of the Rotary Club of Manila ay nag-fact-finding kami doon sa inyo.
Yes, sir.
Para malaman kung ano yung mga gaps sa humanitarian assistance. At natuklasan natin yung mga gaps, ano?
Opo.
Ang maganda doon sa ating pulong-pulong, nakita namin na the armed forces and the regional legislative assembly and the local governments were very much involved in whole of government and whole of society effort under the umbrella of whole of nation.
Yes.
No? Kaya't pati doon sa mga evacuation centers dealing with the displaced persons, maganda yung samahan ninyo between the local governments and the armed forces. Could you talk to us more about that?
Well, siguro po nakita natin dito yung problema sa yung pag-address sa problem. Yung problem po ng terrorism ay ito ay hindi lang po problema ng Armed Forces of the Philippines. Ito ay problema ng buong bansa natin and the rest of the world. So ang pagtugon po sa problema ng terrorism ay hindi lang military solution, but a holistic approach, a whole of nation approach. Kasi ang pinanggagalingan po, unang-una, nakikita natin yung socio-economic need ng mga tao. Yung recruitment na ginagawa po ng kalaban doon ay gumagamit sila ng pera. Yun po ang ginagamit na motivation para mag-recruit ng mga kabataan. Kaya nga po nakita nyo mismo na palagi po kaming nag-uusap doon ng mga iba't ibang sektor dahil kailangan maipakita natin na yung maganda yung community engagement natin saka yung integration po ng civil military dahil ito ay isang napakalakas na mensahe sa kalaban.
Yung nangunguna doon sa civil military operations ay yung Task Force Ranao.
Opo,
That's under General Ray.
under General Ray po.
Okay. Pati yung rehabilitation nasa kanya?
Well, si General Ray po, siya po ang pinuno ng Task Group Ranao, kung saan ang focus niya ay yung controlled area. So, siya po ang nagpa-facilitate ng mga iba't ibang civil military undertakings. Meron din tayo nung Task Force Bangon na pinangungunahan po ni Colonel Sedano. Siya po ang pinuno ng CMO Regiment. Ang main focus niya po ay the IDPs. Okay. Lahat ng pangangailangan po ng mga evacuation centers, nakatalaga po doon yung Task Force Tabang. It's a word, help.
Tabang.
Tabang yes. Po. So, ang tutok po nito sa mga IDP. So, ang role po ng CMO Regiment, siya pong facilitator. Okay. Sa lahat ng mga pumapasok na mga organizations like private sectors, so siya po ang nagbibigay ng access, nakikipag-usap at kumbaga yung integration of the different CMO works. So yun po ang nangyayari on the ground, kaya napansin nyo po ay kami po ay laging nakikipag-ugnayan sa DSWD at saka LGU. Gone are the days na yung military ay nagtatrabaho lang sa kanyang function, pero ngayon po ay pinapakita natin yung talagang bayanihan. Kasi ito po ay napakalakas na konsepto na ngayon ay ginagawa natin on the ground.
This is the operationalization of Oplan Bayanihan.
Yes, sir. Opo.
Okay, mabuti sinabi mo yung binanggit mo yung displaced persons, ano? Kasi dito papasok yung mga inisyatibo ng Rotary Club. Dato Harun, ano ba yung sitwasyon ngayon sa mga evacuation centers? Ano bang information, ang feedback na nakukuha mo tungkol sa ating mga kababayan sa evacuation center?
Maraming salamat for inviting me with your program, Thinking Out Loud. During our actual relief operations, we conducted the psychosocial program to the children, and we delivered relief goods with the support of different churches. Actually, the situation is only few are in the evacuation center. Like for instance, in Baloi, there are at least 30,000 evacuees, but only 4,000 are listed by the DSWD.
4,000 out of 30,000
Yes.
registered.
Yeah.
Okay.
So these registered are only have the opportunity to receive relief goods.
Okay.
So that is why during our relief operations, we targeted those home-based, especially those destined to the relatives in the remote barangays. Sila po yung hindi po nabibigyan.
Dato Aron, ang balita ko, yung total number of displaced persons, correct me if I'm wrong, but umaabot ng, actually, lampas ng 350,000.
Yes.
Marawi plus surrounding areas.
Apo.
At ang nakuha ko nung umikot kami sa Marawi is that only 20,000 ang nag-register. The rest did not register kasi parang nahihiya sila to register dahil sa ang labas nila ay para bang pulubi at wala sa kultura nila yon.
Opo.
No? So tama yung mga information na yon. So doon sa 20,000 na nakakalat sa evacuation centers, ilang evacuation centers ba yon?
Marami,
All in all?
marami po scattered sa iba't ibang mga
Mostly in Iligan and Lanao Sur
Lanao del Sur and Lanao del Norte.
and Lanao del Norte.
Yeah. Karamihan sa Iligan City at Balui. Diyan marami ang mga evacuees. Kasi po, totoo yung sinabi mo, na ang Maranao kasi mahiyain.
Mahiyain.
Ayaw
Tama.
nilang pumila, humingi. Kaya during our relief operation, we targeted yung mga mayaman na mga Maranaos na lumikas sa kanilang bahay na walang dala kundi ang mga sinusuot lang nila. Sila po ang hinahanap namin kasi kawawa po sila. Kahit nagugutom po sila ay mahiya sila humingi ng tulong.
Ang observation namin nung dinala kami sa isang evacuation center sa Iligan, una-una siksik. Siksikan sila sa evacuation center. Pangalawa, maraming pagkain, maraming relief goods. Ang kulang, medical care at saka tubig, saka hygiene facilities. Ano ba ang state of what's the current state of the evacuation centers? Is that more or less the profile na kulang sa hygiene, kulang sa medical care?
The hygiene po kasi po umamoy na ng kasi wala silang mga comfort room. Yung mga iba,
Kulang comfort room,
oo, yan ang problema ngayon kasi
kulang shower.
walang maliguan. Kaya masyadong mabaho daw. Umaamoy na yung mga evacuation center.
At saka yung mga bata,
Nagkakaroon na ng mga sakit.
nagkakasakit.
Oo.
Gastroenteritis.
Oo.
I think in the early stages of the conflict, more than 50 children died of different ailments, but mostly gastroenteritis.
Opo. Organ.
Nag-improve na ba yun? O ganun pa rin ang sitwasyon? Colonel Herrera, ano balita?
Well, ang ginagawa po natin ngayon ay talagang nakikipag-ugnayan talaga tayo sa Department of Health and other medical practitioners upang tugunan yung problema po na yun. We are closely working with the DOH. So, dati po ay totoo yun na may mga datos tayo na may mga health issues.
Yeah.
Pero ito po ay natugunan dahil po dahil sa data na binigay natin at tinugunan naman po ng Department Department of Health. Yeah.
Okay, so we talked about physical health, ano, may mga issues tayo doon. But I think the bigger issue that we have to address is the emotional health and the psychosocial health of the displaced persons. Maraming galit sa nangyari.
Opo.
Dahil sa ginawa ng Daesh, nasira yung business, nasira yung tahanan, nasira yung propriedad nila at kaya't displaced, ano. So ano ngayon ang nangyayari doon? Ano ba ang mga current trends doon sa mga displaced persons natin? Anong nasa sa pag-iisip nila?
Actually, galit na galit sila ngayon sa mga ISIS dahil po itong ginawa nila ay labag sa doktrina ng Islam. Actually, it has been prophesied by Prophet Muhammad the coming of the ISIS. He advised his followers to be aware of the coming of the ISIS. These people will wear black clothing and also use a black flag. And these people will have no feeling with humanity. They are brave, but they don't care with the life of the humanity, both Muslims and Christians. So long as even the Muslim, if the Muslim will not follow them, they will kill the Muslim. And the Prophet Muhammad advised his followers to fight the coming of the ISIS, because this ISIS pretending to be a Muslim, but they have nothing to do with Islam except to destroy its image. They contaminated the purity of Islam and also destroy the image of Islam, because Islam is an adherence to the principle of moderation, and it neither tolerates terrorism nor extremism, because Islam is a religion of peace and mercy.
Okay, we're going to take a break, and after the break, we will find out what is being done to deal with the children affected by war, no? How to make sure that in the future they are not led astray by false prophets. And then we are going to talk about what Rotary will be doing to assist in the area of humanitarian assistance.
Thank you.
Okay, we'll take a break.
Ang programang ito ay hatid sa inyo ng PAGCOR.
Calling all fundraising organizations. Be a partner of PCSO to its newest project, PCSO Partner Tayo. Interested parties may visit the PCSO Product and Standard Development Department, 3rd floor, Conservatory Building, Shaw Boulevard, Mandaluyong City. You may also visit any of our branches in your vicinity or province, or email us at pcso_marketing@yahoo.com. Partner tayo sa pagtulong sa Pilipino. Nakakatulong ka na, umaasenso ka pa.
Ang programang ito ay hatid sa inyo ng PCSO.
Okay, narito pa rin tayo sa Thinking Out Loud with Rafi Alunan. At kasama pa rin natin sina Lieutenant Colonel Herrera, President Jimmy Policarpio of the Rotary Club of Manila, and Datu Haron Ali, Presidente ng Rotary Club of Quiapo. Datu Haron, kanina pinag-usapan natin yung impact ng gera sa ating mga kasama sa Marawi. Paano naman yung impact sa mga kabataan? Ano bang nakikita natin mga problema? Ano bang mga simptomas na lumalabas?
Yung mga kabataan po ngayon ay they are losing hope to have the opportunity of having education. Also, karamihan sa kanila ay iba na yung isipan nila. So we need to conduct a psychosocial program in order to enhance their mentality, in order to alleviate the plight of these children who have least in life at this point of time, in the sense that according to our social justice, the paramount consideration is the welfare of the children, and we need to enlighten these children about how to become law-abiding citizens, God-fearing, so that they will be prevented from the recruitment of these lawless element that contaminated Marawi City. So they are waiting for the help and support of the Rotary Club, and specifically the Rotary Club of Manila, in the sense that they have already known our program, so they are now waiting for our support and help to them.
Okay, ito yung naririnig kong tie-up between the local Rotary clubs doon with the Armed Forces of the Philippines to help the children deal with their trauma. I think the first and second batches have been brought already to Manila, and Colonel Herrera has been very instrumental in or very much involved in this. Can you tell us more about your program?
First is the ongoing effort doon sa area, specifically on the children and the youth. Iba-iba po yung programa na ginagawa natin in Marawi. Unang-una dito ay yung Youth Leadership Camp targeting ages 15 to 25. Ito ay nanggagaling po sa mga iba't ibang evacuation centers kung saan ay pinapalakas natin yung kabataan through empowerment and leadership activities. At syempre kasama po ito yung peace building and psychosocial support. Ang kasama po natin dito ay mga iba't ibang organizations like the Teach Peace, Build Peace movement, kung saan ay nakafocus tayo sa peace building. Dahil nakita po natin na sila po ang most vulnerable sector, especially on the ongoing conflict. Kaya po tayo ay may mga intervention programs na ginagawa. Pangalawa po ay yung Tabak Educational Tour for a Peaceful Environment. Ang target audience po natin dito ay ages 7 to 13. At pangalawang batch na po ay nandito ngayon. Actually, nandito ngayon sa area. Nandito sila po sa Ocean Park ngayon for a educational tour. Kasama po yung ating mga Rotarians kung saan sila
Anong Rotary Club ang involved dito?
Marami po, pero ang nangunguna po dito ay yung Rotary Club of Padre Burgos.
Padre Burgos.
Oo,
Based here?
Based here po, Padre Burgos, Manila, na pinangungunahan ni Dr. Noemi. At sila po ay ngayon ay kasama ng ating mga children. Pero ano po ang importance nitong ginagawa nating educational tour? Unang-una ay binibigyan natin ng opportunity yung mga displaced children na makapunta po dito sa Metro Manila and experience a sense of peace and be able to see a peaceful environment away from their community.
Hindi pa sila nagagalit sa traffic natin dito?
Siyempre yung traffic po kasama po yun sa social issue natin dito. Pero alam niyo po, yung mga kabataan na yun ay na-expose sila sa violent situation. Since day 1, May 23, sila po ay naging bakwit. At hanggang ngayon ay nakatira po sila sa mga evacuation centers. So pumili po tayo ng 35 upang makapunta rito.
Ano, random ba yan?
Hindi po, ang pagpili po natin dito ay dapat galing sila from the poorest of the poor. At nasa evacuation centers. So, ang pinakamalayo po na napunta natin yung Malabang, Lanao del Sur Evacuation Center. Meron din po tayong kinuha sa Piagapo, Lanao del Sur, Pantar, at iba't ibang evacuation centers. Ito po ay isang programa upang bigyan sila ng isang experience kung saan magkaroon sila ng greater awareness of what is a peace environment.
And broaden their perspective.
Opo, at the same time ay ma-experience nila yung multicultural aspect kung saan makita nila yung pagsama-sama ng Kristiyano, Muslim, at iba't ibang mga part ng sa area po ng Metro Manila kung saan ay nagtutulungan. Gaya po yung nangyayari ngayon na iba't ibang sektor. Dahil nakita po natin na ang target po talaga ng Daesh sa ISIS ay yung kabataan. At
Maraming child warrior, ano?
opo, ito nga ang prevalent na issue ngayon sa area. Yung extremism and radicalization. Talagang relentless po yung pag-recruit. At ang tinatarget ko nila ay yung kabataan. So ngayon, ano po ang ginagawa ng Armed Forces of the Philippines at Philippine National Police upang matugunan itong problema? Kaya po kami ay nagkakandak ng mga soft approaches programs. Ito yung mga youth leadership camp, tabak educational tour, at peace building efforts. Umiikot po kami sa mga iba't ibang IDPs upang mag-conduct po ng peace building session at psychosocial support. Dahil naniniwala po kami sa Armed Forces of the Philippines na talagang kailangan po natin na i-counter yung narrative ng Daesh and ISIS. Dahil kung hindi natin gagawin po ito ay marami pong malilinlang na kabataan.
But outside of yung efforts na ginagawa natin on the ground, magaling daw yung Daesh mag-recruit through social media. Ano ba yung social media component natin to counter that?
Well, sa Army po, especially sa Joint Task Force, meron tayong social media operations team. Ito po ay, ang membro po nito ay mga iba't ibang sundalo, meron din tayong civilian, kung saan po ay ginagamit natin yung social media as a platform to deliver messages across the target audiences. Dahil nakita natin na yung Daesh ISIS ay napakagaling sa propaganda rin. So ngayon ay pinalakas po natin, nag-training tayo ng digital social media management sa mga kasundaluhan natin, specifically yung mga civil military operators. At ngayon ay pinapalakas po natin ito. So lahat po ng nangyayari na magaganda, yung mga engagement, humanitarian efforts, ay lahat po ay nilalagay natin sa social media. Para makita po ng ating mga netizens kung paano po tayo nag-ooperate. Example po yung humanitarian mission, rescue operation. So gumagawa po tayo ng mga produkto at nilalagay natin sa social media at Facebook.
Okay.
Upang talaga makita nila.
Ito ngayon ang pag-uusapan natin na humanitarian assistance. Dito papasok yung Rotary Club of Manila, yung District 3810 at hopefully yung kabuuan ng Rotary Club all over the country. Alam mo, very very lucky ang Rotary Club of Manila dahil sa ang Pangulo ngayon ay si Jimmy Policarpio, isang aligi at saka isang tulay between civil society and the government dahil sa kanyang vast experience, no? President Jimmy, could you please tell the audience ano ba talaga yung ating programa para makatulong doon sa Marawi?
Jimmy lang ako na muna. Good afternoon, Rafi. Good afternoon sa buong Pilipinas, sa PCRH TV. Let me first go back to about the culture. Alam mo, I mean, I'm quite attached to the Maranao tribe. The Maranao are very proud people. As a matter of fact, sabi mo nga, ayaw niya maglimos. Kasi ang Maranao, yan yung tinatawag natin the businessmen of the Muslim tribe in the Philippines. They're all over the country. Anywhere you go, they're in business. DVD, shoes, bags, etc. So, yung mga natitira na lang to, basically, ito na lang yung mga maliliit eh. Kaya when I went there, I support myself ang mga kailangan. That's why when we met, marami kami suggestion. Like for example, the first time I came there, together with my fraternity branch of the Aquila Legis, we distributed insect repellent, mosquito repellent, because at that time, pati sa mga sundalo sa 18th Infantry Motorized Brigade, nagbigay kami ng off ng mosquito repellent kasi kailangan nila yun eh.
Very basic yun.
Yung mga evacuees, kailangan din nila eh.
Oo.
Kasi the smell that they emit are very conducive to mosquitoes eh. Then the second, we distributed vitamin C, yung pinaka most potent. Now, after that, we met si Rafi with Jackie and Governor Loy as well as Governor Rudy. Ang nakikita ko talaga, I mean tapping my vast experience, ang number one kalaban sa sa mga evacuation center, number one is boredom. They don't have anything to do. So what do? Ako tingin ko immediately because of the very nature of the Filipinos, ang kanilang matiisin ng Pilipino eh. Madaling makalimot. Pero so ang kailangan mo diyan is to kill the boredom that they're in the situation right now. So how do you do it? Maglagay ka ng mga projection TV. You can tap the services of the movie industry, NTRCB, as well as Solar. Di ba? They exhibit yung mga Pac-Man boxing title. They're all over the place. All we have to do is put up maybe 6 or 8 or 10 sa evacuation center ng mga projection TV. I'm sure they're more than willing to send it over. Palabas ka ron ng purely mga comedy. Kasi pag nagpalabas ka ron ng picture na nakakaawa, they'll be able to relate to it eh. I wouldn't even advise picture ng mga gera eh.
Tama.
Okay? So pictures that will make them laugh. That's why when you started it, whenever we go around the military camps, we bring in comedian and we make fun because we want them to forget the trauma they are in. We want them to forget, even for a while, the experiences, the war experience they had in their mind.
Nakita mo yun sa Viluna the other day.
Di Luna, tuwan-tuwa sila. At least, madaling mabura sa ipag-iisip nila yung mga naranasan nila. Basically, Pilipino, maiksi ang ang memory. Madaling makalimutan yung paghihirap, lalo na pag may pumasok na medyo kakaiba sa ordinary course of life. Second, you mentioned about the children. The first team that you brought out of Marawi, I was in Cagayan.
Yeah.
So, remember, pinakain natin more than 30 children sa airport.
35 po.
Pinakain namin yun, binigyan ng mga, I remember, binigyan ko pa ng pastillas. Pastel. Tapos yung mga candies na nakita ko lahat yun, so binigay. These are small things na makakatulong. Pero, pinakamaganda siguro, let's stop the Department of Education. Let's stop and ask them to put up mobile education center right there in evacuation center.
Precisely.
Bakit ka mo? Makarami dyan, hindi nakapag-eskwela eh. Maglagay ka dyan ng nursery para isang section, nursery. Isang section dito, total elementary. Isang section, total high school. Lahat yan makakalimutan eh. And they'll be able to not miss anything from their school. Kasi ang problema nila, nung may nakausap ako sa Maria Cristina, problema nila, Manong Jimmy, paano kami babalik sa eskwela? Oh boy, that will take ages. Imagine, rehabilitation pa lang. Sa rehabilitation, unang-una, you have to clear the area in Marawi. I know the place. My mother is from there. Maroon. And unang-unang paglilinis pa lang, problema na. Because of the IED. Because of the unexploded grenade bombs. Ngayon, kailangan yun linisin ng mga sundalo. So again, that will be at big risk to the armed forces. Second, pag salo mo ng sundalo, palagay ko naman, yung mga nagimana rin, hindi na pwedeng dagdagan mo na lang. You have to wipe it out and build another one. Yun, papasok ngayon ng top the best urban planners that you can get. You have the Palafox and Associate. You have the United Architect Association of the Philippines. They can come out. You ask them, can you come out with, give them the topography? Can you come out with the general plan for the area?
Jimmy, you worked for the Senate.
Yeah.
You were the Chief of Staff of Senator Ernie Maceda. How would you how would you resolve this problem? Babalik na yung ating mga kasama from Marawi back to their destroyed city. And from what I understand, Marawi is part of a military reservation.
Walang title yan.
Walang titulo sila. Some of them think that they have a title because they've been paying yung tax declaration. But the truth is that walang titulo. If they go back there and say, and they're told, you have no title, makagulo lalo yan. How would you resolve that?
Well, number one, you bring in the offices of the National Bureau of Statistics. Sabihin mo, nila, may nakatira dito, sino? Palagay mo na si dito, Marong. Ito na yung lugar mo, bibigyan na ngayon ng title yan. Bigyan mo na ng title. Huwag mo na sabihing military reservation. Ang pinaka-title na lang na malaki dyan, yung MSU. And I think MSU should be reinforced. Kasi ang MSU, yan ang center of education ng buong Mindanao. Kristiyano, Muslim, they're all there. All branches of religion nandyan.
Nandyan po.
We should further improve it.
Integration.
Now, as I've said, let's stop, kung sinasabi ko kanina, let's stop the the urban planners, together with the Department of Highways, tap mo rin dyan ng LRA, Land Registration Authority, para i-identify na yung mga lugar, para identified na wala na yung land grabbing. Karamihan ng problema sa Marawi, as I have known it, agawan ng lupa dyan eh. Now, if they have a title, wag mo nang that's true, it's a military reservation. Pero, pinayagan mo tumira dyan eh, tatanggalan mo ba yan? Saan mo dadalhin mga Maranao? Diba?
Oo.
And today, Maranao, ang Marawi is Maranao Center. That's why one of the biggest and the best mosque is in Marawi. Next is in Cotabato. Cotabato next to, that was built by the Sultan of Brunei, Gloria Macapagal Arroyo, under the supervision of Congressman Dilangalet. I know that because I was involved then. Now, sabi mo sa Senate, di ba isip maglagay na ng isang commission? At naalala mo yung Pinatubo Commission?
Sure.
Lahat, all encompassing nandun. There is one head. Ito na ang Marawi Rehabilitation Commission. Isang boss lang, okay, maraming boss. Isang boss lang, dahil siya magsasabi, give somebody na may tiwalang Muslim, may tiwalang presidente. And I think that's the only way to put it in order. Otherwise, magagawa ng lupa eh. Sabi nga, hindi, dyan ako nakitira. Then let the history the records decide for it. Total, from what I understand, the city of Marawi records are still intact.
Colonel Herrera, how big is the military reservation in Lanao?
The entire.
Well, in Marawi, sir, I think more or less 30 barangays po ata yung doon covered ng military reservation.
46,000 hectares yata ang military reservation doon. 46,000. In Marawi is only about what? 8,000 hectares?
Wala pa. Siguro, a little over.
Little over, di ba? And the only carve out there was MSU. May titulo yung MSU. Pero yung mga iba, wala. So, step one, as sinasabi ni Jimmy, step one is give titles. Otherwise, you'll never get to rehabilitate Marawi. Magkakagulo lalo.
Saka yan, I think the government should play a big part in the rehabilitation, providing materials. Kasi I know I've heard stories, maybe true, maybe not. Some businessman, paubos lahat pati pera eh.
Yeah.
Because ang mga Maranao, hindi naman nagbabangko yan eh. They have money in their homes. Kasi under Muslim, bawal lang magpa-interest eh. Bawal magpa-interest eh. I know that because of the Islamic bank.
Usury is
Bawal yan eh. So most of them are used to putting their money in their homes. Kaya karamihan dyan nawala na. Except for those
Kunin na lang kay Hapilon.
nahumuhunan.
Di ba? Hawak ni Hapilon.
Well, karamihan nakuha ni Hapilon pati pera sa mga bangko.
Charge him for murder and grand theft. Yan.
Well, ako, I'm sorry. Or,
yung mga gold stores. Ubos na lahat.
Ubos lahat yun.
Ubos. Galing sa Saudi. Kasi ang Maranao, ang jewelry nila ay gold. Mahilig ng gold. Kaya lahat ng mga bahay, may mga gold na naka-store. Ganoon na yung mga tindahan. Kaya nang nakuha din nila.
Paano I'm glad you mentioned about gold and yung business, no, tsaka pera. Kasi nung namatay ang Marawi, okay? namatay din yung ekonomiya ng surrounding towns.
Iligan, Cagayan de Oro,
Hanggang ngayon,
Samis,
hindi pa nakabaon
Pagadian.
yan. And the major problem are the checkpoints. No, so because bantay sarado yung egress at
Ingress.
ingress, ano? Paano yan? How can we revive at this point the economies, because they're all linked to each other. Pero if you cut off yung access points, commerce cannot flow, no? At they're crying out for relief. How would you resolve that?
Ako, the way I see it, I mean, totally eliminate ISIS, eliminate Maute Gang. The Maranao are very, I would say, masipagan, hardworking yan. On their own, they'll build it up.
But can we already lift certain checkpoints, or it's too early?
Right now, I don't think they should.
Hindi ba pwede, no?
Kasi may pumapasok na reinforcement I was there Kaya sabi ko, nung ini-inspection nila, sabi ko, okay to. Sabi ko sa brother ko, okay to, ginagawa niya.
But what do we do with all of these people who are economically displaced? Kasi yan,
The best way is,
Marami yan.
and the problem in Marawi, pag nawala na, totally, hindi naman totally, you cannot eradicate them totally. Once the radicals are out, Marawi will develop by themselves. And that's, I think, where some sectors, like we in the Rotary, for example, after the trip of Rafi, we were able to organize one Rotary, one Marawi project. And dito, all districts all over the country, the present district and the incoming district, have molded into one. And we are tapping different sectors to come out with what would be the total approach in order to share in uplifting the sufferings of the Maranao. And of course, as I've said earlier, we've been doing it, starting with the military hospital. Makikita mo talaga spontaneous response sila, masasaya sila. Makita lang si Amay Bisaya, nagbisaya si Amay. Makikita mo yung sigawan ng mga sundalo. Sundalo na putulang paa, putulang kamay, mayroong bakal dito, sundalo na mayroong bakal dito sa ulo. Makita mo, so, kaya nga naisip ng Rotary Club, una muna, yung tinatawag namin USO type, yung entertainment group.
Entertainment.
Sabi ko, kaya magdadala ng mga drama. Dalhin nyo, puro mga komikero. Because we want them to laugh. We want them to forget the sufferings they had. Tapos, of course, dumadating na dyan yung... once we have top everything, papasok na dyan ng Rotary International No? Pagpasok ng Rotary International, all over the world na yan. And since Rafi, you mentioned earlier about prosthesis, I think the government or the various military hospital should tap the Konrad Adenauer Institute. This is one of the biggest organization in Germany. I think you've heard of it. Germany is one of the leading countries, one of the countries leading in prosthetic industry. I'm sure they'll be more than willing to send to help, and I think they should be tapped by the government.
Yes.
And we can, through Rotary International.
The Rotary International, we can do it.
The good thing about this is that we can generate our own funding, at the same time get funding from...
That's the reason why in October 14 we're going to Taipei, and then in November, last week of November, we'll be in Japan with our sister club. We're establishing sister club with Rotary Club of Japan, which is 98 years old. The Philippines, 99 years old.
Yeah, yes.
Okay, we are the oldest in Asia. We're celebrating the centennial in
Next year.
2019. That's another focal point in the Rotary Club Manila. Pag nagsalita ako sa Taipei, sabihin ko, we have a project in the Rotary Club of Manila. I'm sure most of them will be sending in. Then we can already come out with solid projects, solid punches, so to speak.
Yeah, I think based on our findings here, in the sense that the rehabilitation of Marawi will take longer. So the problem now is the economic problem of the Maranaos. Since wala na silang mga pera, yung mga gold nila nawala, ang isang solusyon dyan, kasi sinabi mo kanina, what is the solution at this point of time? The best solution is to give them kahit kunting puhunan para sila ay magsimula ng paninda. Pangalawa ay ang TISDA ay magkaroon ng training para sila ay matuto sa mga technical job like technician in a cellphone, at ibang mga technologies para sila ay
Jimmy, baka
makatulong. Oo. Yan ang kailangan natin ngayon.
Well, we've reached the end of our show. I'd like to give each one 1 minute for closing remarks. Jimmy?
Masasabi ko lang ho, we in Rotary, we always have an open arms. Especially with Rafi, who's the chairman of One Rotary. We made him chairman, together with Jack Rodriguez as vice chairman, and the different district governor. We in Rotary will always have an open arms to all our brothers, be it Muslim, Catholic, or different religion. Because the very motto of Rotary is service above self. We really would not only that, we would like to make a difference, which is our theme to this year. And Rotary clubs, not only of Manila, but all over the Philippines and all over the world, we will tap them to come out with program or assistance in order to help not only our brother Muslims, as well as the adjoining municipalities, adjoining cities around the area, because they were very much affected. In Iligan, I know, I saw it for myself. Practically, ang daming problema doon.
Do you think it's going to be the next hotspot?
I think the next hotspot is in towards Cotabato,
Maguindanao,
Maguindanao area.
down south.
Kasi from what I understand, ang Iligan is well armed now. Nag-arma sa mga mga Christian group. Alam ko, which is bad.
Colonel Herrera?
Well, sir, unang-una gusto kong magpasalamat sa Rotary and other benefactors sa mga tulong sa ating mga kabataan, especially the children, as part of the community sa Marawi City. So yung Armed Forces of the Philippines will continue to sustain the gains. We will sustain our community engagement, our civil-military works, and be able to deliver support to the people of Marawi City. Ang kasundaluhan po ay talagang nasa puso at diwa yung pagmamahal sa serbisyo, lalong-lalo na sa ating mga kababayan sa Marawi City. So we will sustain our gains. We will continuously to support our people, especially in Marawi City. And of course, we will continue to work with you, to all other sectors, in order to establish a peace and order communities, especially in Mindanao.
Thank you. Dato Haron?
Yes, ang mensahe ko sa aking mga kapwa Maranao, we have to be patient in the sense that we are a believer of Qudratillah, which means that whatever be happen, good or bad, is from God, from Allah. So there is a wisdom of Allah why He allowed what is happening in Marawi City. I think the Marawi will become a tourist spot, if God willing, and no worries, because your brothers Christians are trying their best, specifically the Rotary Club and other civic organizations, as well as the government, are trying their best to rehabilitate Marawi City, to find a way how to solve this problem, how to economically help the Maranaos para bumangon ulit. Kaya po kami ay magpapasalamat sa programang Rafi Thinking Out Loud sa kaniyang programa by virtue of his dedication to the country humanitarianism, peace advocacy. The United Nations, through the Department of Economics and Education, the Spimur International for Peace and Development, together with the Rotary Club of Manila Quiapo Central, are choosing Rafi Alonan as one of the International Peace Awardee. So that is why I think this is the right time to present the plaque of special recognition for your humanitarianism and peace advocacy and love for the country.
Thank you very much, Dato' Aaron.
Yes, can we-
One last.
Yeah, Jimmy.
We've been talking about the victims of Marawi. We've been talking about the evacuees.
Yes,
Let us not forget our troops. While
precisely.
we sleep in our beds, in our home, soundly, our troops are out in the fields trying to eradicate, trying to fight, and trying to maintain democracy in our country, and trying to eradicate as much as they can the terrorists, the Islamic fundamental group. Let's support our troops.
Yeah, yes.
Excellent. So on that note, support our troops,
Support.
bangon Marawi,
Bangon Marawi,
bangon Pilipinas.
bangon Pilipinas.
Maraming salamat po.
Ang programang ito ay hatid sa inyo ng PAGCOR.
Calling all fundraising organizations. Be a partner of PCSO to its newest project, PCSO Partner Tayo. Interested parties may visit the PCSO Product and Standard Development Department, 3rd floor, Conservatory Building, Shaw Boulevard, Mandaluyong City. You may also visit any of our branches in your vicinity or province or email us at pcso_marketing@yahoo.com. Partner tayo sa pagtulong sa Pilipino. Nakakatulong ka na, umaasenso ka pa.
Ang programang ito ay hatid sa inyo ng PCSO.